Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network, featuring St. Laz, who also hosts the popular web series Gem Pop, and music journalist Mark Walter Ward. They have discussions about hip-hop, culture, society, philosophy, and everything else. Now available on YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show. Today we got a very special guest, Huey V from Warehouse Music, always protecting his energy. Yeah. How you doing today, brother?
Man, we doing good, man. We doing good. We vibing it up in the studio, in the album right now. For facts, you know, we got some good trying to get some good dank going on right now.
Yeah, I heard that. So let me ask you something. You know, you're very melodic. You know, like you got a hell of a delivery, but you know, I peep you be saying some deep shit. I mean, some songs, some extra deep shit. Do people catch that? Do you think if the majority of your fans catch that, or are they just vibing?
No, for a fact, they're definitely listening to the lyrics before, like the melodies. Before I started putting like, the melodies into my lyrics, I was more like just a straightforward rapper. You know, but just with like the evolution of music, you know, I started to change things, keep them updated and stuff like that. So I started putting melodies into my music and stuff like that. But you know, when you write poetry first in mind and stuff like that, when you write with like a story, like a message with intent, and usually that cuts through. The melody is just like what kind of carries the song, you know. It's what gets you to bob your head. You know, you vibe to it, throw it back on repeat, shit like that. You know, that's how I usually use it.
Damn, bro, you should do like a TED talk on music theory
on bar delivery. Man. Yeah,
that was very well put,
break
man.
That shit down. Yeah, for a fact, I definitely break that shit down. I try to make everything intentional when it comes to like me making my music. Like absolutely everything that you heard has been like a choice out of like 20 or 25, like 25 choices. Like this is real well thought through.
So you know, on your new EP As Above, which is excellent start to finish. I got a couple questions. So on PME, protecting my energy, you said something about you don't take pictures because you don't want to take your energy. So you think in some shape, form, or fashion taking too many pictures robs you of your energy?
I think in that sense, yeah, you know, you do capture the moment, you know, and in my head, all like pictures are kind of like songs a little bit. They all have like their own spirits to them and stuff like that. You know, they capture that moment. You see the picture, you get to relive that moment. I don't think that's just like a feeling. You know, it's some type of energy behind it. Some pictures make you emotional. Some pictures make you sad. Some pictures make you happy and stuff like that. I think it's the same thing with like songs. So yeah, I try not to take so many of them because you never know what's the intent behind some of them and stuff like that. It's the same thing with like, you know, when people have newborn kids and they want to, you know, put their pictures out there on the internet for other people's interpretations and stuff like that. Like, it's just a way of like keeping myself, you know, at peace. I guess that makes sense. Cameras kind of make things artificial.
No, I can dig it, and not only that, I mean, anything gets diminished with oversaturation. Like you know, if you always telling people if you always telling people you love them, you know, but everybody like that don't mean shit. If you hardly ever say that shit, you know, they
you know it's just real. A word, like exactly.
So look, I see you don't got no chains on right now, and then I seen in some older videos you had some about 2-3 really nice Jones, but lately the chain game got like extra motherfucking heavy. So I want to know.
Yeah, man, the pieces are serious.
How does, as Huey V personally, you know, when you're looking at what you gotta do today, how do you determine how many chains to wear, what chains to wear? Like what's the process, bro? I'm gonna live vicariously.
Like, it's the event, you know. Depending on like where you're going, you know, you might start to a spot and want to make it like a statement, you know. So you might go on the big heavy, you know, warehouse piece with the huge Cupid link and shit. That should get my neck like all types of wild shit. So I don't really wear that one too much unless it's like a video, you know, when people got to see it. But for the most part, you know, you throw a regular warehouse piece on, maybe one of them for regular day attire. I'm in the studio, I'm just working, you know, I ain't got none. I might kick it with Shorty and take my off so she just like judge me for who I am as a person, rather than like, you know, the shit that come behind it, something like that. But if you like out and about, you go out to the club or something like that, go ahead, throw the 2 pieces on, man. Let the people see that. Let the people see that.
Man, my new goal in life is I'm gonna make my show so motherfucking big that you're gonna be like, damn, I gotta put some chains on the next time I'm on the
Feel me?
show.
Yeah. That type of energy though.
Hey, while we talking about jewelry, I noticed you got a. I just got my nose pierced, and I noticed you got a nose ring, and you know I ain't know what side to get it on, so I was just like,
I got one shit on the left.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted the same size on the same side Tupac got his, because I figured I couldn't go wrong with that. How'd you pick the left?
that part though, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what inspired me to get mine. I originally had like stud and shit like that, but now I got the hoop. I got the black hoop.
Yeah,
because that shit it get caught in too much shit. You go to wash your face, get caught in the club. That shit painful. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I was like, boom, it ain't gonna never fall out. You know, that motherfucker right there. Yeah, this low key the same one I had since before the deal. Like I ain't even lie to you, like since probably like I got a video called Toxic, and I got this same nose piercing, and I think that shit was shot in 2019 or something like that. It's like the one thing that I got that's still before the deal.
I can dig it. Who are the people at the beginning of the No Regrets video? Those seem to be some ardent fans, as you would. So some extra turned up admirers.
I'm sorry, say that one more time for me. I had an alarm going off in the background.
What happened?
I said, I'm sorry, say that for me again. I had an alarm going off in the background.
Oh, it's all good. Who are those people at the beginning of the No Regrets video? Those seem like some extra eager fans.
Yeah, nah. That's the family for a fact. That's warehouse. That's if I can say the list. That's definitely warehouse right there. Like you get to see the people who are behind the movement, man. You know, who like basically keep me going while I'm out here. You know, this is like basically the new family that I made when I touched down in Miami. You know, those like the Zoes. Most of my family are like Zoes, Dominicans and stuff like that, and Puerto Ricans. It's pretty much what the label is made up out of. So when they brought the movement from New York over to Miami and they touched down, you know, they made a home right there with them. So those are like my brothers.
Good peoples. You in Miami now?
Yeah. For a fact, this is my new crib now, man. I'm out here now. I'm not a Florida boy, but I'm definitely a day nigga for a little bit.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I'm out Tampa because my in-laws live out here. My wife helping take care of them. I be coming down Miami all the time. I love Miami.
Man, it's beautiful out here. It's super beautiful. That's why I be having to go up north, man. I gotta get out of the madness for a little bit. You know, the studio is like 45 minutes up north from from downtown Miami and shit like that. So. You know, usually when I'm down there, pop out, you run into a whole bunch of shit. You know, run into a party, somebody might invite you to a rooftop or some shit like that. Like, it's crazy down there.
Oh yeah, you can definitely stumble on the humbug and some wild shit in Miami.
Yeah, definitely stumble into some wild shit out there.
I mean, especially with your affiliations, I imagine. So how's warehouse? What is Warehouse Music Group for those that ain't familiar?
It's a label and a management. And they do distribution. Honestly, it's whatever you want them to be. Whenever you make your dealings with them, they got somebody in every single department to take care of.
I got the impression. I got the impression that like it was more than just a label. Like that shit handled like every aspect.
For a fact, real hands on. Everybody got like a certain type of mission, something like that. You know, everybody play a part in the warehouse code. So, you know, if you want to hit up a DJ, we got DJ Benji Jules. He'll be on road with me as my official tour DJ and stuff like that. You know, he's from Warehouse as well. You got Cheech, Ann Noren, and my management as well. He's also one of the CEOs of the group. You know, Debo, one of the CEOs of the group, one of the managers. And then of course Bleek, one of the CEOs, one of the managers as well.
So, you know, I'm sure everybody gonna ask you about Bleek, and you're gonna tell the story, and you didn't know who he was and all that. So like let's not even get into that. But so after you found out who he was, do you remember what the first music you listened to of his was and what your impression was?
Oh, I well, he probably thought that I didn't know who he was. He probably thought that I didn't know who he was, but I definitely did. I wasn't so familiar with absolutely like every part that he played, because I was so young when I first heard his music. When I first seen him, my brother used to put me on to like the state property movies and stuff like that. So that's probably like the first time that I seen him.
But that I was gonna ask you if you've seen State Property.
Yeah, that's my shit. That's my shit. I used to watch that shit all the time when I was a kid. So like I knew who he was, but it was like I just wasn't as familiar with the catalog because of the fact that I was like so young when I heard certain songs and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say they didn't make sense, but now when I listen back to them, they make more sense. Like, you got
I can dig it. I could definitely dig it how as you get
now
older.
I'm riding around with the label, my manager Cheech, he might be hit throw a Bleek record on. I'm like, yo, why you ain't never showed me this? Like I remember when the first song, Regular Cat, one of the first songs that I was like, yo, this is different. Why you never showed me that? We ended up remaking it too. I can't wait for that to come out. That's gonna be that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Damn, I can't wait to hear that. If y'all ever make another jump, y'all remake Came Up, that'd be dope as shit. But I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, for a fact. I had to talk to him about it, man. Me and Bleek gotta get in the studio. Gotta get in the studio for a fact.
That'd be dope. Hey, you said you seen him from the State Property, so I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I think State Property 2 is better than State Property 1. What you think?
State Property 2 is super interesting. I gotta go with State Property 1.
I mean,
it was classic.
I mean, Bleek killed it, but Freeway and Dipset was. I mean, I don't know if you say it funny, but they was vicious. I don't know. I mean, they both good. They better than what you would have thought. You know what I mean?
I gotta watch it back. Matter of fact, now that I gotta watch it back. I'm gonna watch it back and I'm gonna tap in with you on my IG story and I'm gonna let y'all know, man. I'm gonna let y'all know. It's been a minute since I watched it though.
Have you got to meet Jay-Z yet?
Nah, not yet. I'm trying. Eventually. I honestly don't even want to like rush the process. But I know for a fact he's definitely like heard music before. I know he's heard
there's
music.
No way, of course.
Yeah. I know he's heard the music and I know he's excited about it. So, whenever the time allows, we'll definitely run into each other. I'll pick his brain and stuff like that. Take a moment in.
Nah, shit, as you should. Back to that moment when you first got on with Warehouse and everything. Was the music he heard get well soon? Because bruh, that shit was a vicious ass album.
You heard that?
Man, it said 2017 on Spotify, but sometimes them things be even older. You was way ahead of the curve talking about mental health issues, like straight up trendsetter. And I wonder, was that what Bleek heard?
I honestly, it wasn't that record. It wasn't that record, but it was that was the song that got me discovered. Like that, they slid that song across the table when he heard it. It was like, yo, this nigga is different. Like he wanted to hear a couple more songs and shit like that just to make sure that it wasn't a fluke. Now that I'm signed and everything, I text messages from time to time or calls from him from time to time. I'm like, yo, nigga, you ain't even tell me that you was that. Like, listen back to the tape and shit. He said one of his favorite songs from the tape was 21. 21. He heard 21 and was like, yo, this is different.
I really fuck with Numb, bro. Like when you said you gave me your guide for my guidance. I mean, just that whole song, man, that shit was like insane. Like I don't even really know how people like, because sometimes to me it seems like people don't push songs because they ain't new, but them songs as good as a motherfucker. And damn, Numb was some thought-provoking shit. Like I said, I love that album, but especially Numb.
Yeah, man. Numb is one of my favorite ones too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Numb is definitely one of my favorite ones. I was going through some shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was going through some shit during that time. So
I can tell. Yeah, shit.
Man. So like I wrote that like album as like actually it's a mixtape. To be honest with you, it's a mixtape. But I wrote that mixtape like it's like a time capsule. It's like a marker to see like, where I was and at like my lowest, and kind of like documenting my process. I kind of like trying to reconstruct, you know, like my thought process, the forms of music that I put out. I know like the tongue is real deadly, and the things that you speak. So, you know, you can kind of manifest your own destinies. So a lot of my music, before I was kind of like, how do I explain it? It's like berating myself a little bit. But in me berating myself is like me finding honesty. You know, in order for me to change something first, I gotta acknowledge the fact that it even exists. So that was kind of like me acknowledging it. And I took a little bit of time for making music to try and correct these things. And then the first song I dropped was No Regrets. And then that led to Bleak. So I definitely think like, you know, that's kind of when I realized like self-worth a little bit.
Hey man, you just said that you made that at your lowest point. So I want to tell you, man, remember this, bro. If at any point of your musical career you ever have doubts about yourself, go back and listen to the music you made at your lowest point, and you will be able to recognize that you're better than 99.9% of those who ever did it. Because if that's your lowest point, Jesus, I can't wait till you hit your highest point.
Man, I appreciate it, yo. I appreciate it. Thanks, I appreciate it for real.
Hey, but you know, back to the new EP, yo, who produced Exodus? That shit is jamming like a motherfucker.
Yeah. With the Isley Brothers sample. V Spence, my brother V Spence, man, the real V Spence on Instagram, if you want to go and check him out. But V Spence, he produced that, man. He produced most of the I believe it. I think Exodus, No Regrets. Actually, that might be it. Yeah, Exodus. Oh, and R.I.P. Benji. Exodus, No Regrets, R.I.P. Benji. So he got 3 heavy hitters in there, man. He got 3 heavy hitters in there for a fact. But he'll be on the album, and he'll definitely be on that second EP of him again. That's in-house, man. That's in-house.
Shit, you lucky, bro. He put his foot on that one, and you did justice. And man, anyone out here, if y'all don't listen to nothing else, listen to Exodus.
He one of those people that, like, when I listen to like Bleek tell stories and stuff like that about like how he met Kanye, how he met what's his name? I can't believe I'm blanking on this right now. Just Blaze, Kanye and Just Blaze. That's the same like feeling that I get like Spence. I think
I know what you mean. Like it brings out another, maybe not even an escalated level, but a different level of artistry.
A different level of artistry. And honestly, like in the next like 10 years, like I think he might be one of those people that people be like, yo, you gotta go tap in with him to make an album. He's nice with songwriting, all types of shit, man. So I definitely give him a nod, man. We got a good team over here. Like, and we'll definitely be around for like the next 10 years, man. Next 10, 20 years.
I would say, man, like, I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily one for the ladies, because, you know, Persuasion's kind of like just, it got that kind of pimpish vibe. And bro, that might be the first time I ever heard somebody talk about titty fucking on a rap record. And now look,
yeah.
I want to ask you a question, and let's be very serious, because have you ever had sex while listening to Persuasion?
Oh no, you know how many bitches I done hit to my own music, man? They love that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, women, respectful young women. You know how many respectful young women I have hit to my own music? They love that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They love that shit.
Persuasion works. Funny?
Thank
you for that.
Condescending. My bad. I feel like it's kind of condescending when you as an artist, you listen to your own music and shit like that. But like when they're around me, that's all they want to listen to. Like they don't want me to put on nobody else. It's weird when I do. Like they be like, "Yo, what you doing?" That's my end.
I mean, you're in the service industry, so you know whatever the customers want. You know, if that's what they want.
Whatever
that's what they want to hear.
You feel me? No, they definitely let that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what's up. I was listening to Persuasion. I was enjoying myself to Persuasion today, as a matter of fact, and I'll probably do it again.
You feel me? The right way. That's what they get amped up, man. You gotta tell them turn up to that one, man.
They ain't asked you that in no interview before, did they?
Nah, hell no. You know what? They asked me about like relationships and shit. I asked me if I be wilding out. They asked me if I be wilding out.
So you know, back to the music before we get out of here. I mean, obviously you're gonna keep working this EP because I mean, shit, the project is phenomenal. But like, what else you got coming up? You got any more videos? What's your next project? I mean, you know, all that good shit.
Yeah, we got a new single that should be coming out pretty soon for the second EP. We'll be shooting that for another video. You know, that's gonna be another special thing. That's gonna that one I believe would be like be like my foot in the sand. Like, yo, we here right now. You know, even though I ain't dropped my album, and I think that's really gonna be like the flag in the moon for us. You know, especially for Warehouse. You know, but yeah, we definitely got some new videos coming out. I believe I want to tell you the first single that's gonna come out, but I don't know if it might switch. You know how that shit go. You know, but
Word.
hopefully, after the deal, we'll be going back to the crib. You know, shooting that video. So I definitely want to see the city turn up for that one. You know, it will have a big stuff like that. We really don't do that back at the crib. So to be experience for the people back at home, you know, so I'm super, super, super excited about it.
Shit, they loving life in Milwaukee right now. So shit, turn up.
It's lit. As much attention on Milwaukee as possible that I could put over there. I mean, it kind of helps me out in a sense. You know, people definitely look back and see who like the who putting the legwork in for, like, you know, putting the name out for the city. It's gonna be people that come out the city, but it's not gonna be a lot of people that give back to the city. I'll say that.
If you had a Giannis jersey and you could only get one other Bucks jersey, would you get a Middleton or a Holiday, or undisclosed third party?
I'm getting Middleton. He put in more time. I appreciate Holiday, but Middleton, he you know, he put in more time. You know, and he definitely had to work himself to even get in that position. So, no, that jersey is definitely that's a valuable jersey. I like the story. You got the underdog story.
You know, I respect his grind too, man. Before we get out of here, let them know where they can find you on social media, online, all that good shit.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Huey V. You can find me on IG at Huey V. You can find me at Twitter at I am Huey V. You can find me on all streaming platforms at Huey V. Make sure you check out my latest EP, As Above, and make sure you check out my new upcoming EP, So Below. Album on the way to Elephant. Shout out Warehouse. Yeah.
And all those links will be below in the audio podcast. Thanks for your time, brother. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
No doubt, man. Take it light.
All right, man.
Peace.
The Superfacts Network, home of Jump Pop, SDE, and the Superfacts Show. Now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Waldo Ward.